What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since I've been kind of consistent with the videos. I've been doing them pretty consistently, but also I've been doing a lot of shorts and stuff like that. So I'm going to be talking about the situation we are in with MW2 right now. There's a lot of just things that aren't right with the game, lack of content. There's so much we can dive in and talk about. So that's going to be today's video. So before we do get into this, we're literally so close to 1,000 subscribers, literally like a few subscribers off. We can easily get it by the end of the year, and that is my target. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and go check if you're not, because sometimes YouTube just glitches and unsubscribes people. Bullshit, but it happens. So please check if you're subscribed. Anyway, let's get into the video. So let's dive straight into this video about the problems. I think the first one has to be the patches, the fixes towards the game. There has been absolutely nothing. Activision, Infinity Ward have literally just been quiet. They haven't said one word realistically. They haven't changed anything, and some stuff is pretty urgent. There's the crashing situation with the multiplayer, especially on PC. You can have the best PC in the world. So many people are getting problems with it. FaZe Jev, one of the biggest COD creators with a pretty good PC, he's even bought a new one recently. Every few games his game crashes. You pretty much, if you're having a session with Call of Duty, say you're having a 2-3 hour session, you're most likely going to get 5 crashes within that session. It's quite annoying. It's just like an urgent situation that need to be sorted out. We had the same on the beta, and within a day it was sorted out. So why aren't they doing this for the full game? I really don't understand this situation. It baffles me sometimes. Infinity Ward, Activision, how slow they are with things and where their priorities are at. And they've just been absolutely quiet. They don't even tweet about anything. They don't even really promote the game that much, and considering it was their best selling game ever, selling like 800 million in the first 3 days or week or whatever it was, crazy numbers, you would think they'll have a bit more care towards the game, be a bit more on the ball, making sure you're getting the best possible experience every game as it's the best selling one. You would just think that would be the case, but it couldn't be further from the truth. And the thing that worries me is because this game has a lot of potential. I really enjoyed this game when it first came out. It's a good game, let's face it. It's probably one of the best CODs we've had in years. It's really not one of the worst by any means. But to be honest, I am worried a little bit, because if this is only 2 months into the game, and this is supposed to be a 2-year life cycle, what's it going to be a year's time, 6 months time, a year and 2 months time? You know what I mean? It just isn't looking good at the minute. If this is literally the start of the game, just under 2 months old, and this is the response we're getting, and this is the situation we're in, I'm not looking forward to see what it's going to be like in a year's time. It's just like Infinity Ward have just disappeared. They've kind of just made this game, got their money, and disappeared, and we already know Activision do that anyway. There's so many different things. Like I said, the FPS drop is one of the most important. I can go into a game, have a nice few games at 120 FPS, which is good for my PC, then it'll drop straight back to 60. It's just really dodgy at the minute, and it's not my PC. A lot of people with top-end PCs, even streamers that have the best of the best, aren't getting the frames their PC can get. It's just the game's letting them down. And you guys can comment down below, oh, you're just out of the honeymoon stage of the game, it was always terrible. But no, it's not that at all. It's not that I'm out of the honeymoon stage, because that's quite a common thing. You usually love it for the first few weeks, get bored, then you're out of the honeymoon stage. It's not that for me, because there's so much in this game I've yet to even try. It's just a fact for me that so much stuff that should have been released from launch of this game wasn't. The combat record, the prestige system, all that stuff was left at launch, and that's just standard. I think that's just standard for a Call of Duty. You should go into the game getting the full content. So when that wasn't the case, and MW2 at the beginning was fun, but was like the beta, let's face it, it was missing so much content, so I just didn't really get that. I didn't really like that at all. You're paying a lot of money for a game, and it's missing all the content that realistically should be standard, should have been there from the beginning. And now they're starting to listen to the community a little bit, because that's another problem. They don't really listen to us, and time after time we've been telling them things like add the prestige system, add combat records. They have listened to that, but all that stuff that we shouldn't be telling them how to run their game. Stuff that they created for us back in the early days of Call of Duty, and now they're missing it from the launch of the game, and they're having to resort to the community, having to tell them to add it back. It's not that good, to be honest. It really isn't. I think the biggest thing as well for me is the maps. The maps right now, there isn't too many good ones in the game, or too many original ones that are good. I think there's a few. Some of the multiplayer maps I really do enjoy, but that's a handful, 3 or 4 at most. Then the rest of them are pretty terrible, and the only maps they've added so far are Shoot House and Shipment. And don't get me wrong, I love Shoot House and Shipment, especially for camo grinding, but I just find it quite annoying and lazy in a way that they're just bringing back old maps, and we've been playing Shoot House and Shipment for the last 3 years, so it would have been nice to see something new. I think Shipment's alright because that comes back in every COD, and people actually like that. I can appreciate Shipment coming back in every COD, that's fine. But Shoot House at the same time, that's just getting lazy now. We just spent 3 years playing Shoot House. We don't really want to be grinding our camos on the same map again. Something new would have been nice. But at the end of the day now, Activision is a business. We all know this about them. And ever since Activision have taken over with like the updates, the maps and stuff like that, the maps have got significantly worse. If you notice it, we used to get DLCs every year, 4 every year. And then we would have 4 pretty good maps throughout every DLC. Now with Activision taking over, we get maps added to the game for free, don't get me wrong, but they're always terrible. And now all they focus on is the paid shit that really doesn't make a difference and is useless, like battle passes, operators, weapon charms, all that shit we don't care about. Anyway guys, I'm going to end the video here today. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of MW2 right now in the current situation we're in, and leave in the comments more problems or even good things about the game. Just your opinions would be nice, because I'm sure I've missed stuff out, or maybe you disagree with me, so I'd love to see it all in the comments down below. Thank you a lot for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.